My name is Wambugu Nyamu, and I'm the National Deputy Secretary General of the Democratic Party of Kenya. And to me, BBI, what is Building Bridges Initiative? During the last election, we had a lot of acrimony. And even one wing of the contestant, that is the NASA, wanted to split. And they started forming what we are calling People's Assembly. There was a lot of demonstration, and there was a lot of tension in this country. And after all the tension, and all can remember, there was a lot of tension in 2013, there was a lot of tension in 2017, there was a lot of tension in 2008. And to me, because I've personally talked to one of the principals, is that they realized that every election year, the country always goes into acrimony. And we lose a lot. Mostly businessmen, our economy comes down, and businesses are affected. We have a lot of hate speech, we have a lot of hatred. People move from areas, like most of the people from this region, they had to move their properties, movables assets from Nyanza and come back to Central. And personally, I talked to one of the principals, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, and I asked him, what is all these building initiatives about? That was in May last year. And he told me, they sat down and asked themselves, is this country to keep on going on a cycle of electoral violence, on a cycle of national acrimony every election year? And he told me that him and Raila and Uhuru, they know each other for many years. Don't forget, Uhuru and Raila, they are the people who formed ODM. Uhuru, Raila, Ruto, they are the people who formed the Democratic Movement. You remember the days of banana, of the days of yes and no, the days of orange and banana. I think that's when the orange movement was formed. They were together. Because Uhuru, Ruto and Raila, they are the people who formed the Orange Democratic Movement. That time, Uhuru was the chairman of KANU, Ruto was the Secretary General, and Raila was in Liberal Party, the other wing of NAC that formed the government in 2003. I decided I'm going to support the BBI. Then it came the issues. People are told, come and raise the issues after the BBI committee was formed. Then we were told, go and raise your issues. Personally, I had two issues. One, I raised it through the party, the Democratic Party, my party, Democratic Party. We went for a meeting. We came also with our agendas, which we thought, or which to us we still think can make this country move forward. So we presented our views. And I also wrote my own memo. And my own memo, there are things I raised. And actually to me, because I'm a politician, I contested for senatorial seat. One of the things I raised is about the voting, because there has not been free and fair voting in this country. I participated in Jubilee nominations. It was just a farce and a lot of stupidity. I mean, then I went to the general elections, the main elections. I can tell you for sure is that what IBC announced as my results, it is not what my agents had on the ground. But you see, can you do a petition in Kenya? One petition for an editorial seat will cost you 10 million or so. Is it worth it? Must I be a senator? I decided no. So one of the things I myself presented is electronic voting. And I recommended we go for the Indian style of electronic voting. We don't need to go lining up, signing papers and all that. So I presented that. Then I remember our young Democrats, most of them were university graduates. They also presented issues concerning health. They were saying we are being denied. We are being denied. We are even being taken to CRB for our inability to pay health loans. And yet we don't have jobs. So there are so many issues Kenyans raised. So to me, out of the things we raised, out of the 9-point agenda that they came up with, which to me, it made sense. And to my party, Democratic Party of Kenya, it made sense. I am waiting for the committee now to come and show us how are we going to sort out these issues. They are going to come up with a report. We are going to scrutinize the report. Does it subscribe to my aspirations as a politician? Does it subscribe to my dream for a good nation? Does it subscribe to me as a businessman and my ability to do business in this country in a peaceful environment? Will it allow me to go to Turkana and do business? Will it allow me to go to Homa Bay and do business? Will it allow me to go to Kilifi and do business without first of all thinking, I'm a Kikuyu, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of tribal tension, Coast is an ODM zone, Nyanza is a Raida zone. I I, as a Kenyan, I want to be that any part of the country. I can go to Northeastern and do business. I can go to Garissa and do business without feeling threatened. So to me, I'm still waiting to see the other issues Kenyans raised. And you remember most of these things were public. So I used to hear the other issues people raised and the other issues people wanted addressed in this country. Because I used to follow BBI and the presentations, I have hope that most of the problems, the basic problems and the mega problems that has faced this country in terms of unity and the ability to do business, ability to settle in any piece of land in this country, the ability of me to be free to go and buy land in Nyanza and do business there, to go and open business in Wajir, to go and open business in Mombasa, to go and buy property in Matungu in Kakamega. I want to see how it is going to address that. What kills this country is bad politics. And all those politics, if you look at history, acrimony only comes during the elections. So if you're able to solve the issue of problems such that we don't talk about rigging every year, if you're able to solve that, then peace will remain. So to me, I have hope that BBI will be that panacea that will come up with a solution that will help this country. Even if it means we go for a referendum, I'm ready for that referendum. What can be changed through parliament, we shall change through parliament. What can be changed in the referendum, we'll change the referendum. And Kenyans should not always be negative about everything. We have developed a culture of ever complaining. It looks like nothing good in this country. And I hope one time we are going to see something good in this country. And I hope the BBI report will address those myriad issues I've talked about. It will address all those complaints we've had about since 1961, since we got our independence. It is also address about those people who fought for independence. They came out of the forest. They found their land has been taken over by the home guards. They fought for independence. They fought for land. They fought for freedom. But then who subdivided the land? The same people who are suppressing them when they were fighting for freedom. I want to see how it is going to address us. We have issues of land in coast, where they're talking about land injustices. We have the TJRC. I want to see how BBI will tackle. How do we handle the Dongo report? How do we handle the TJRC? How do we handle all those historical injustices? The way we handle them is what will make the nationhood of Kenya be one and us be able to move forward as a nation. And I have hope and I believe that those people who are committing that BBI, they'll give us a good report. We will analyze it as a nation. We will discuss it as a nation. We will criticize it as a nation. And then we'll come up with a way forward for this country, for the prosperity of our nation, and for the good of our progeny. Thank you.
Okay, my name is James Ngede, and I'm the chairman of Mount Kenya Cultural Elders Association, which is basically wazee ambao wanaomba huko kwa mlima wa Kenya. BBI for us is a very important approach to peace in this country. We do believe, like my colleague has said, that it is for comfort of doing business, of moving around, of togetherness of the tribes of this country, and giving an opportunity to interact peacefully. This is nothing to do with the actual politicking. We are talking about we've done enough politics for such a length of time, and for now we are saying I'm able to go to whatever part of this country peacefully and be able to do whatever I want to do. That is, I'm able to buy land, I'm able to start a shop, I'm able to export my produce to those areas. And for Wazee, we have an opportunity that now we can easily meet other community elders and discuss issues that have interest in this country. Before, when all this was happening, when we had an opportunity, people did their own things, and we gave the politicians an opportunity to give us the wrong direction. Now with this BBI, and actually with the handshake itself, we are talking about an opportunity for the elders of all communities to be the beacon and to give directions of the best way to go for this country. And I think this is a good thing. I think when you have an opportunity to interact, to meet other elders, even the youth, to be able to meet other youths, this has given us that opportunity, and I think it's something we should embrace and be interested in it. But we also must be able, it must be able to be sold to Wanjiko, because I think that's where the biggest problem is. A lot of Kenyans do not want to learn. The first thing they do is criticize whatever has been done by our government, starting from all the way from Jomo Kenyatta, come to Moi, come to Kibaki. Now we have Uhuru. The normal way of things, the normal way of doing things in Kenya is first of all to criticize, to fight it, to give it the wrong direction. But I hope that people must be educated, that if you give them a debt to a government, the best thing you can do is to give it an opportunity to work. I know the biggest problem we have now. When Kenyatta was there, people said, oh, Kenyatta, Jomo Kenyatta is a bad man, he did ABCD. When Moi came in, the same story. Moi was a bad guy, was a dictator. Now Kibaki came in. Oh, Kibaki was this, Kibaki is not doing that. Now, Uhuru is going the same direction. When are we ever going to be satisfied and say, this man has a debt for 5 years, he has a debt for 10 years. After that, we pull him out, support him as much as possible. So that's what you're saying, Raila Odinga and Honorable Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta. These people came up with a package that is good enough for Kenyans. Let's try it. Let's go forward and see how it's going to do for us. And I'm sure at the end of the day, this is going to be good for us. So we as elders, wazee wa maombi, prayer elders, supported very strongly. Thank you so much.
My name is Peter Maina Kiama. I'm the organizing secretary of the Kikuyu Council of Elders. Take this opportunity to also air my views through the BBI and through whatever is happening in this country of ours. One, the Handshake has given us a freedom of expression, freedom of moving from one side area to another one, and also giving us an opportunity to do business throughout the country. So we are very supportive for the Handshake because it has brought peace. Hakuna hii mambo ya haki yetu inaonekana haionekani sana, hiyo ilikwisha kwa sababu ya Handshake. But my problem is, and what I would urge the BBI, the committee of BBI to do, since the Handshake was between Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the president, and the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, let it also surpass to the comrades, those who are fighting us. Look at NASA. NASA had almost 6 groups together. It had Wetangula, it had Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo Musyoka, and many others. So let also them now, the Raila Uhuru Handshake, let it go down now to Ruto, Kalonzo, Wetangula, and Mudavadi, so that all those people who are supporting these people can now know that the country now has already been united through the Handshake. So the meaning of the Handshake should be also devolved to other members of this country, to the other groups. Because now when we talk, we might be talking about Kikuyu and the Ruos. Where are the Ruias? Where are the Akambas? Where are the other people? That is what the BBI should be doing, to unite the whole nation to become a Kenyan. Everybody should be praising himself to become a Kenyan. Because we are all Kenyans, and we are not going to move away from Kenya. Even those who are in diaspora, they are claiming to be Kenyans, and they are coming back to our country. So my views are, let the Handshake be devolved, so that we know that even that Luo who is in Nyanza and the Kikuyu in Nyeri can work together, and they can talk of what is happening in Kenya, and they can give views. Let the BBI now extend its heart, not to deal with only those people in the hierarchy. They should come down to the Wananchi. Where is Wanjiko? Now Wanjiko does not know what is BBI. Wanjiko, just the other day, Wanjiko was given the punda musigo, punguza mizigo, sijui punguza nini. Hizo vitu zote zinaletwa watu wakuje pamoja. People should come together and unite the Kenyans. I am very happy about the Handshake. Handshake gave us freedom. Nothing else. In fact, it was just like another set of the third freedom in our country. Because now we can move, we can talk, everybody can express himself. And as a part of member of Kikuyu Council of Elders, we were very much impressed with the Handshake. But let it also come down. Let even those ministers who are the Ruos and the Kikuyus and the Akambas and the whatever, let them also show the meaning of the Handshake, so that even Wanjiko can know Handshake ni nini. Asiseme ni watu tu walisalimiana. Thank you very much, and I'm very
introduction repo. No go dinabere.
Endelea.
So personally, as a youth, I would like to say that the thing of BBI, we as youth support it, because as the president has been saying, is that it is trying to bring harmony in the country. We as youth are the one who are greatly affected by the crisis. Always after elections, there is fight. Always there is disconnection in businesses. So we as youth really support the BPI, the leaders who are behind it, because we are very much sure that it will try to unite the nations, all communities at large, and I'm sure after this we will have to go for. Thank you.